So first things first, there is a drop down, and before the drop down there is nothing there. Then there's a search button. After the search button there are two buttons, and then there's an icon. Then there are two more buttons. All right. So if you look here, where is it? After Udemy there's a drop down. So in our code, after Udemy there's a link. We don't need that link. That link should be after the drop down. There are two links though, and they should be after the drop down. And here is the drop down. As you can see, the drop down is an li tag that ends here that contains some things. So basically in Bootstrap, if you understand how these things are structured, you just have to copy and paste code, then edit. That is mostly what we'll be doing in this video. We'll copy code, paste it, then adjust it to what we want. All right. So knowing that this li tag contains the drop down, we're going to copy these two guys and paste it beneath the li tag, so they come after. So let's go and check what it looks like. We're here, refresh the load page. So we have Udemy, then we have drop down, then we have these two links. It's making sense now. So after the drop down, what we have is a search bar before the two links. So let's go and check it out. If we scroll down, we'll see that there's a search here. There's a search bar here. We're gonna copy it and paste it after the drop down. Paste. Then we'll refresh. You see, it's pasted here. Now the other thing we have to do is that this drop down is named categories. In Udemy, it's called categories. Categories. All right. Even though that all these we'll just assume that all these represent what is already existing here. So the drop down is named categories. If we look at this place, we'll refresh. We have categories drop down, right? So the next thing we're gonna do is the search button. Say it's long compared to the one we have here, which is small. So we're going to extend the length of this search button to somewhere here. We'll probably double of what it is right now. So if you come here and look at the length of the search button, so the first thing we will work on is this. Now, if you look at this list, everything from here is inside a UL tag. This is a list, and this is an li tag that highlights the categories, which is the drop down. And skipping this now, you see that this is an li tag. This is an li tag, contains the word home, and then this is another one, and so on and so forth. You see, so this form we need to put it inside a tag. All right, so I'll do this item. So this is a shortcut. If you're using VS Code and you want to type a div, you can just put dot to type the class name, then hit enter to type the div for you. So this is a div, and this one has home. We don't need it. I'm going to remove this home, but before I do it, let me remove it first. We don't need the home button. So we'll copy this form, put it inside one of the li tags. So now we're going to do something interesting. First of all, let's see how it looks. So if we're looking at it here, we'll refresh. It looks pretty much the same, just that the home icon is missing. Now we have to remove this disabled too. That, look at it here. It's just one of the examples that came with the system. So here we have three children of this UL tag. We have li for the drop down, we have this one for the form, and we have this. All right. So now to work on the form, we need to give it a width. Now I have not taught you the topic yet, but if you're coming from Bootstrap 3, you should understand that Bootstrap divides pages into 3 parts, which is what I will do. I will teach you, but now we have to give it a size of 8, and then let's just see how it looks like first. Refresh. You see, it has taken a size of 8, but some things are not properly placed yet. Now inside here on the input, which is this one, we need to give it a size of 8. Cool. So generally when you're learning something new like this, some things might be confusing, but eventually it will all make sense to you. You see, we've given it a size of 8 and it's back. This button will take 2. So instead of 8, let me give it let's say 10. This is a button that contains the word search. So I'm gonna give this one call 2. So I will explain what call 1 and call 2 means. 2 is too small. I think 3 would have made sense. Then we'll have to give this one 9. We're playing between 12. Any numbers that we're using must sum up to 12. Alright, good. So a quick reminder of what the Udemy one looks like. It starts from here and somewhere extends beyond the center to this place. So what we're going to do is to try and extend it. Now to do that, we have to give this navigation bar, look at this navigation bar, we need to give this navigation bar a container fluid class. In CSS, in Bootstrap, container fluid, look at the navigation bar, look at where it started from. This is where it started from. So we're going to give it container fluid. In Bootstrap, container fluid means it should extend to both extremes. As you can see for now, this guy starts from here and it's stopping here. We want it to pull to this extreme. Really? Sorry, not this div. We're talking about this UL. So we come here and make the UL container fluid. If you type this, it means that this UL should pull to the extreme. So if we refresh it, this is what it looks like. So this UL tag pulled to the extreme. Now we can reduce the size of this button. To do that, we find the form. Look at where the form is. The button is 3, which is quite big. If we put it back at 2 and refresh, then we can see what it looks like. It makes more sense right now. We can even risk giving it a 1. Let's see what it looks like under a 1. 1 is more perfect than I expected. So 1 makes sense to me. So we have search, we have a button. Now if you look at this, see that there is search, then there is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 icons. So but just to, before I round out this video, let me just show you where I got this. It's not magic, everything about this. So you come here, come to Bootstrap documentation, come to components, then you look for forms. So the key to understanding Bootstrap is that any topic I cover, you may want to go and read up the page on Bootstrap. So just come here, scan through everything about forms, how you can arrange your forms, organize them. These ones are horizontal, these ones are vertical. So this is what I'm looking for, a way to make the form bigger. So if you add this class .form control, look at it, .form control LG. If you add it, the input element will be bigger. If you add .sm, it will be smaller. So I want to come and add it. Look at the input element, look at the class form control. I want to add it to make it bolder. So if we come here and refresh, this guy should be bigger. Makes sense to me. So see you in the next video, guys.